What up, people? It's your boy, Mr. Noland. Alright, let's get started. Pre-AP, homework 8.1a. What is a variable? From your notes. A variable is a symbol, usually a letter, that represents an unknown number. Okay. 2, 3, and 4. Use the distributive property to solve for the following. Show all your work. We're actually not solving for anything, guys. We're simplifying. Alright, so distributive property means we take the number on the outside. Notice how this number is attached to the front parenthesis. That means you take the number and you multiply it by every term on the inside. So what's a positive times a negative? Well, that's a negative. 5 times 9 is 45. Then what is 5 times 4b? So start by multiplying the numbers. 5 times 4 is 20, and then just bring down the letter b. Now, remember when we're talking about simplifying expressions, we want to put it in alphabetical order, and then our constants go last. Remember, our constants are the numbers by themselves. For example, this negative 45 is a constant. The 20b is not a constant because it has a variable attached. So I'm going to rewrite this as 20b. Notice how this says a positive 20b. This is still a positive 20b. Negative 45. Negative 45. Look at that. Both of these answers represent the same exact thing. They're both the same answer. Alright, look at number 3. Some of y'all are going to say, let's distribute this negative 4. You cannot do that. The negative 4 is on the back side of the parentheses. You can't distribute from the back side. So in reality, this was just a, a trick question. In reality, we don't even need parentheses for this one. There's nothing to distribute. So I'm going to start by rewriting everything without the parentheses. Now, are there any like terms that I can combine? Well, yes, there is. There's this negative 7 and there's this negative 4. I didn't touch the 3x, so bring it down. Now, I'm going to put this in terms of money. If you owe me $7 and you borrow another 4 from me, you now owe me $11. And that is as far as you can go. You cannot combine anything else. Alright, number 4, let's distribute. What's a negative times a positive? Well, that's a negative. 8 times 7 is 56. Bring down the x. Okay, so distribute again. What's a negative times a positive? Again, that's a negative. 8 times 6, well, that's 48. Bring down the y. This plus 4 on the outside, I can't touch it, so just bring them down. Now, are there any like terms that I can combine here? Well, no, this is just an x, this is a y, so those aren't like variables. And that's just a constant. So there is nothing that I can combine here. That is my answer. Done. Boom. Alright, combining like terms. Let's look at number 5. Notice we have y's, we have x's, and we have y's. Well, what comes first in the alphabet? X does. How many x's do you see here? I see 1. Oh, that's correct there. There's 1 x. Then if you notice, I have 14y plus another 22y. Well, 14y plus 22y, that's 36y. Oh, I'm done! Yes, you are. Woo! Flying through this homework tonight. Alright, if you look at number 6, we have A's, we have B's, we have constants, we have A's and we have B's. What letter comes first in the alphabet? A. Oh, that's correct. So let's see, I have 11A, plus I have another 2A. What is 11A plus 2A? Well, that is 13A. Now let's look at my B's. I got 4B. Plus I got another 3B. 4B plus 3B. Well, that's a 7B. And then I also have my constant of plus 5. Bring them down. Hey, y'all smell something burning? Because Mr. Nolan's on fire. Dang. Alright, number 7. Looks like we have constants. We have x's, we have constants, we have x's, and we have constants. Let's start with our x's first. This says negative 15x, and it's increased by 4x. I'm going to use it in terms of money. You owe me $15, but you pay me back 4. So if you owe me 15 and you paid me back 4, that means you still owe me $11. Now let's look at my constants. What's 9 plus 8? Well, that's 17. And what is 17 minus 7? Well, that's just 10. Dang, we're done. There's nothing else to combine. This has an x, this does not. Done. Look how easy this is. Backside. Use the distributive property to solve for the following. Then combine your like terms. Woo-wee! Alright. 12 times 2. That's 24. This has an x. Bring it down. What's a positive times a negative? Well, that's a negative. 12 times 4. It's 48. Everything on the outside of the parentheses here, I haven't touched. Bring them down. Now, I can combine like terms. Notice I got 24x plus another 6x. So what's 24 plus 6? Well, that's 30x. Now, what's my constants? Negative 48 increased by 20. Or, in terms of money, you owe me $48 and you pay me back 20. That means you still owe me 28. Man. Again, we are flying through this. Alright, 2 more. What is a negative times a negative? Well, that's a positive. What's a negative times a positive? Well, that's a negative. And 3 times 2 is 6. Again, everything on the outside of the parentheses, bring back down. Now, it looks like we got y's, we have x's, and we have constants. Again, x's come first in the alphabet. What is 6x take away 6x? Well, 6 take away 6, that just zeroes out. It cancels out. So bang, bang, gone. They canceled out. What does that leave me with? Oh, 20y minus 5. Done. You're like, man, Mr. Nolan, you make this look easy. Because this is the basics to the units. If you can understand this right away, you will be pretty successful coming up on this unit. Because again, we're going to start going into writing equations, which is pretty difficult. Alright, last one. Negative times a negative is a positive. 5 times 5 is 25. But look, the x is on the outside, so this is really like negative 5x times negative 5. So again, 5 times 5 is 25. Bring down the x. What's a negative times a negative? Again, that's a positive. 5 times 3, 15. Again, there's the x. Bring them down. Everything on the outside of the parentheses, bring them down. Alright, looks like we have x, 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 y. Let's combine our like terms. 25x plus 15x. Well, 25 plus 15, that's 40. What's 40 plus another 8? Well, that's 48x, Mr. Noland. Very good. And look, I still got that minus 17y. Bring them down. Boom. Done. Homework is done, guys. I hope this video helps. I will see y'all in class tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.